Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. It is Wednesday, November 27th. Grant Olson is away tonight. I'm Jefferson Robbins. It's the day before Thanksgiving. We've got your news turkey all brined and basted right here. Here's a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A two-car crash in downtown Wenatchee was conveniently located for police to investigate. It happened right outside their headquarters. Leavenworth's Village of Lights celebration always means a scenic display. It also adds up to a traffic headache. Hear how local police and planning agencies are trying to alleviate parking problems that go with it. A foggy morning in parts of north central Washington gave way to a chilly and overcast day. What's it going to be like for your Thanksgiving travel weekend? Dan Kuntz will be along a little bit later with the full weather picture. First, our top story tonight. The 2024 general election has been certified, and with that, a surprise for the lakeside town of Chelan. A hoped-for sales tax proposal passed there by just 5 votes. 2 weeks ago, Mayor Aaron McCardle had given up hope that the creation of a transportation benefit district would be approved by voters, but the final count proved to be 1,169 votes in favor and 1,164 against. As of 10 days ago, that measure was failing by 25 votes. The 0.3% tax on sales in the TBD would generate an estimated $900,000 towards Chelan Street, sidewalk, and bridge projects, including a plan to reopen the Wooden Avenue Bridge to two-way vehicle traffic. The city's communications director, Chad Coltman, says Chelan will focus on how the tax revenue could be applied toward its 6-year transportation improvement program. Other winners in the newly finalized election results. Brad Hawkins cemented his landslide to become Chelan County's newest elected commissioner with more than 65% of votes cast. The retiring state senator succeeds Commissioner Tiffany Gearing and will take on the seat once held by his father, Buell Hawkins. Another former county commissioner, State Representative Keith Gaynor, will move from the House to the Senate, taking Hawkins' place, representing the 12th district with nearly 56% of the ballots cast. He'll be joined in Olympia by first-time State Representative Brian Burnett, the former Chelan County Sheriff, who garnered 53% in his race. A vehicular chain reaction was started early this morning when an unfortunate elk crossed Highway 2 near North Dryden Road. An eastbound driver struck and killed the animal about 5:05 a.m. as it crossed in the right-hand lane. The Buick sedan was totaled in the collision, but the driver was not injured. 2 more oncoming passenger cars then crashed at the same location, plus a semi-truck. Washington State Patrol Trooper Jeremy Weber says only the driver of the semi would be cited for their part in the accident. Additionally, while the highway lane was shut down, troopers spotted a 4th motorist swerving as he approached the barricade and arrested him on suspicion of DUI. The lane remained closed for about 90 minutes until the accidents were cleared. There was no harm done to the Wenatchee Police Department after a 2-car crash appeared to send a vehicle into the side of its headquarters building. The crash occurred around 10 a.m. today at the intersection of Yakima and Mission Streets. According to Police Chief Edgar Reinfeld, the only major damage was to a crosswalk push-button station that was ripped out of place as a result of the accident. Reinfeld said it looked like the crosswalk station stopped the car. There were no injuries in the crash, and it was not immediately known what caused the accident. Well, when we come back, police say a Chelan County inmate led a riot in his jail wing last month, and it was all over a lack of ice cream. And normally a green public park gets a white Christmas makeover when Omi Gardens turns into the North Pole. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
It's true. Health Alliance and Assurance Northwest Medicare Advantage plans are terminating coverage, and they will no longer be available for you beginning January 1st, 2025. So you have 2 big options. 1, join one of the 2 new Medicare Advantage plans, WellCare or Humana. Or number 2 is go back to original Medicare and join a supplement and a Part D drug plan. But there's so much more to discuss here, so here are some suggestions to get you started. Go to our website or call your local Springwater Insurance office for more information.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Save up to $1,000 on hot spring spas or buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. Why shop anywhere else? Central Washington Water. They service what they sell.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. A Chelan County jail inmate is now charged with riot for allegedly leading a revolt in the jail last month. On October 19th, 37-year-old Lance Matthew Purser of Wenatchee was being held on suspicion of unlawfully possessing a firearm when he allegedly began vandalizing the detention pod where he and other inmates slept. Police say Purser and other inmates were upset over not receiving soda and ice cream with their meals that night. He and two others allegedly used wet toilet paper to obscure security cameras and windows, then left water running to flood their pod. Jail officers used OC gas on the inmates and negotiated for Purser to surrender. Prosecutors charged him yesterday with 1 count of prison riot. Temporary parking restrictions are coming to city roadways in Leavenworth as visitors begin to arrive for the Village of Lights Festival this weekend. There will be no parking on both sides of Pine Street, from Fir Street to Ski Hill Drive, on Ski Hill Drive from Evans Street to Pine Street, on Evans Street to Ski Hill Drive to Highway 2, or on Commercial Street from Division Street to 14th. The parking restrictions will be in place every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, beginning this Friday to Sunday, December 29th. You can view a map of the parking restrictions on the City of Leavenworth's website before you head to town, as all parking restrictions are subject to change. Well, this holiday season, Omi Gardens will transform into a winter wonderland straight out of the North Pole. The picturesque county park is offering the North Pole Express, a journey that transports guests to the home of Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Personal vehicles are not allowed at the attraction, but transportation is available in Peshaston at the Big Y Park and Ride and in Wenatchee at the Park and Ride on Penny Road. The event opens Friday, November 29th and runs through December 23rd. With prices varying between age groups. Omi Gardens encourages guests to wear winter shoes and outerwear. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit the Omi Gardens website. As the community gears up for Thanksgiving this week, several government offices will be closed in observance of the holiday. Chelan and Douglas County offices will close Thursday, November 28th for Thanksgiving, and remain closed on Friday the 29th in observance. Wenatchee and East Wenatchee City Halls will also close on Thursday and Friday. The offices will go back to their regular open hours on Monday, December 2nd. Well, coming up next, the Stuff the Bus program at Wenatchee School District pulls together police, parents, and shoppers to feed 100 hungry families at Thanksgiving. And our sometime meteorologist Dan Kuntz says we're in for a cold but precipitation-free holiday weekend. You can look for his forecast after the break. Stay with us.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect, one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
100 families will have a Thanksgiving meal tomorrow after the Wenatchee School Resource Officer team gathered up the supplies. On November 1st, the Wenatchee School District SROs held what they call Stuff the Bus, an event where they asked Walmart shoppers to buy food items for Wenatchee School District families in need. This is the second year Walmart has partnered with the school district on Thanksgiving meals, and this year the program doubled the 50 families served in 2023. Last Friday, the Thanksgiving boxes were packaged up at the former Columbia Elementary School building before families came by to pick them up. NCWLIFE spoke with Officer Corey Fuller during the event.
I think it helps being in the schools and working with the schools, for one, to get the names of families and all that and have the connections there. I also do Shop at the Cop, and so that's focused on elementary, and we wanted to start something focused on middle school and high school. So I got with Walmart last year. We kind of created this event. We began it last year with 50 families, and we're able to up the families this year to 100. And the families are from Wenatchee School District. We're doing the 3 middle schools and west side and the high school. We were up there for 4 hours, handing out flyers as people walked into the store. We had our list of the foods we needed on the flyer. So people would go in and buy, some people bought one thing, and some people bought the whole list. Some people bought a cart full of stuff. But we were able to stuff the bus completely. Way more than we anticipated we would get, so it was awesome being the first time. It was a new idea this year, and it was we did that in order to get food to support this event today. That way it took the burden off Walmart from having to donate all the food. So the majority of this food that we received is from community donations. We have turkeys that are donated by Walmart, pies, cookies, stuffing, mashed potatoes and gravy, macaroni and cheese, canned food, which was all donated from the Stuff a Bus event. So we have officers in here, we have our volunteers, we have our admin staff in here. We have some city council members and some city administrators as well, but they're in here and they're just going through, filling the boxes with each of the items. Families are selected from the family advocates at each of the schools. They have a list of families. My job's pretty easy with that. I just ask them, hey, can you give me a list of 20 families? And they were on top of it. They're usually families that could use this food more around the holidays. That's how they're selected. I had schools and families reaching out after the fact, asking if we had more for more families, which unfortunately last year we didn't. So that's why we upped it to 100 this year. Hopefully if we continue Stuff the Bus going forward and our partnership with Walmart in this, we can grow it to 150, 200 or more families in the future.
Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. Dan Coons filling in for Grant Olson. Look at this picture from our Omi garden camera. We flipped this baby around 180 degrees up towards Chelan and Aniat and the dam. Sunshine. You turn it around 180 degrees. That's what we've been dealing with most of the day today. It took a long time for the clouds and the fog to lift its ceiling, and this is going to be the pattern, really, for the foreseeable future. Wait till you see the size of the high-pressure ridge that's parked on our doorstep. Look at that, green across the board. You heading over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house for Thanksgiving? Pfft, no problems in the passes. I-90, Stevens, Blewett, Lookout, doesn't matter. Very little, if any, snow expected right through the holiday weekend, so outside of the heavy traffic, you're good to go. Green across the board. Green is a good color to have. 41 unofficially up at Payne-Moore Memorial Airport. 33 for the overnight low, right around those normal marks. That's about where we've been, really, for the last week or so. No precipitation again today. No precipitation at all in the forecast coming up. And we're still losing, as you can see, about 2 minutes of daylight a day as we work our way towards the winter solstice. So what do we have for you tomorrow? A lot of temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. 36 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, 36. When you have that cloud deck, and we're going to have the same thing tomorrow with those cold overnight temperatures, really very little temperature variation. And we're not going to get real warm because the overnight low tonight is going to be considerably cooler than what we've had for the last couple of nights. So it's going to take us a little while to warm up on Thanksgiving Day, which means all the temperatures that you see there across the board, all the way up to Omak, going to be a few degrees cooler, 4 to 5 degrees cooler tomorrow than it was today. Again, the big story is that baby right there, the high pressure ridge. That sucker is one of the bigger ones that we've seen this time of the year in quite some time. Now, when we have fog and clouds well entrenched and well established with a high pressure ridge building up and moving into our area, the clouds and the fog have a tendency to stick around. They don't really burn off until very late in the day. That high pressure ridge is not going to move anywhere. Here's our story tomorrow for Thanksgiving. A little bit longer to see the clouds burn off and the fog burn off. Well, we will see some late afternoon sunshine on Thanksgiving, but maybe about an hour before sunset. Friday, quite a bit of sunshine. Friday's going to be not a bad day, and then we turn right back around on Saturday, and we're going to have fairly cloudy skies with probably no sun breaks at all. Again, temperatures about normal. Look at that ridge of high pressure. It's just going to slowly work its way here, and then it's just going to park. This baby could be here for a good 10 or 11 days. Right on into a good chunk of December. Speaking of December, that begins this weekend. Sunday, we're going to be looking at clouds. Monday, again, the high pressure ridge continues to just sit there. It's just going to park, not really doing much of anything. Big low up there, but that ridge of high pressure is going to be like a wall. It's going to say, sorry, not coming to the Wenatchee Valley. So we're looking at an extended period of the few sun breaks, but essentially low clouds and fog in the morning, low clouds and fog most of the day, late afternoon sunshine. More like January weather than November weather is really what we're looking at for the foreseeable future. So we shall see. All right, so wrap it up. So 41 for our afternoon high today. Overnight low tonight, 25. That's considerably cooler than what we've been seeing, which is why we're only going to get to 37 on gobble, 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 gobble day. 25 for the overnight low on Thursday. Friday, the most sunny day of the forecast, and then it looks like the clouds are going to be pretty much hanging around all day. Saturday, we wrap up the weekend Sunday with a high of 40, and we do it all over again as we welcome December with highs in the lower 40s. Again, clouds and sun doing a little tug of war, but outside of that, the weather, in a word, benign. All right, that is the weather forecast. Still to come, a whole bunch of sports, an adult portion of sports. Well, they're a Gresham, but we're not checking ID. You're watching a Wednesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Eric Granstrom.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab.
Be sure to join us Saturday, November 30th at Hooked on Toys for our Toy Drive kickoff.
I'll be there broadcasting live on Country 104.7 KKRV starting at 9.
And we'll be on NCWLIFE channel live from 10 to 11.
This is a chance to find out more about the organizations that serve children here in North Central Washington.
Help us kick off the Toy Drive this year to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas.
See you Saturday at Hooked on Toys.
And Happy Holidays.
The Cashmere Bulldogs will get a rematch with the Royal Knights coming up on Saturday in the State 1A semifinals. The game will be played in Moses Lake at Lions Field. Of course, the two teams met back in October with a great first quarter. It was back and forth between both teams, but then after that, it was all Royal as they would go on for the big victory over Cashmere. I asked Coach Brian Brummer what's the big difference between his team now and the team that played Royal back in October.
The biggest difference right now is we put a couple new guys on defense, middle linebacker and safety, but a little more battle tested. Right, we've played better teams through the stretch now, and our kids have seen that type of speed on like week 5. The belief is still there, even though we lost by 4 the first time. The belief is still there, and that's what matters. There's no complacency in our team right now, which is fun. It ain't like this whole happy to be here type of thing. Like we're happy to be together, but we're not just happy to be here.
Prior to the season, Coach Brummer said that last year he was hoping to get a chance to face Royal in the semifinals on their turf. Now he gets that chance this time around.
I mean, be careful what you wish for, right? Like we understand that, but this is what we wanted last year. We wanted a semifinal game against Royal, and we didn't get the job done, and we got the job done this year. And what an opportunity we have. All you can ask for is an opportunity. And what an opportunity that we have to go play the game that we love together against a really, really good opponent. It's what you challenge yourself with all off-season and all preseason. And it's just a great opportunity for our kids to go out there and to play well. Something we didn't do the first go-around. Played well for a quarter, and then after that, wheels fell off. So excited for these kids to show off kind of what they've been working on.
For quarterback Rylan Hatmaker, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and that's what they hope to accomplish coming up on Saturday.
I'd say our defense, first off, we have a bunch of new players in, like Keenan Noel, just players that help better, just better game plan overall. And then I think our offense is working better together as well. I think we just weren't playing as efficient as we could, and I think lately we've been playing our best ball pretty efficiently. I definitely think there was a thought of wanting to play perfect, but I think now we're more comfortable and just wanting to win. Wanting to get to our end goal of being in the state championship.
Defensively, Cashmere has to figure out a way to keep Lance Allred in the pocket and keep an eye on him no matter what.
I think we're definitely playing more fundamentally sound and better as a team, and energy goes a lot with it. Like our team feeds a lot off energy, and yeah, one of the main things is he can do pretty much everything. Like he got out, ran a lot, so mainly just tackling in space, making sure he doesn't get out of the pocket, and when he throws it up, go get it.
But yeah, you have to contain 11. And then what's sneaky about them, once Lance goes, who's number 11-4, Santana Luna, their tailback, goes too. He's lightning in a bottle. So you got to contain both those players. But you're right, you've got to try, even though he's probably good enough, you got to try and make Lance beat you in the pocket. When he gets outside and he can run for 100, it's dangerous. So yeah, we've got to do some stuff to keep him in the pocket. Prin Fox and Jacob Savage got to do a good job of containing him in their pass rush. And when they do sprint outs or design quarterback runs, we need to make sure that those are contained.
Cashmere and Royal kick off at Lions Field in Moses Lake Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. You can hear it locally on radio with Steve Sandman and Mark Miller on the call on 1340 The Hawk. Other football this weekend, Okanagan will once again call the Apple Bowl home in Wenatchee as they'll play their semifinal game in the 2B tournament. Bulldogs take on Freeman at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Elmira Cooley Heartline will travel to Richland and Fran Risch Stadium Saturday for its 1B semifinal. That'll be against Liberty Christian. The game will kick off at 1 o'clock. The Wenatchee Wild are on the west side for tonight as they'll take on the Seattle Thunderbirds at the ShoWare Center. That's in Kent. They'll drop the puck at 7:05. You can hear the call with Austin Drotty locally on 560 KPQ. Seattle Kraken will play the back end of a home against the Anaheim Ducks tonight at Climate Pledge Arena. 7 o'clock game time. That's on King 5 and Kong TV. Well, for those families who combine turkey and football on Thursday, let me get you the TV schedule. As you are prepping the bird tomorrow morning, Detroit hosts Chicago at 9:30 on CBS. For some families who eat early, the 1:30 game has the Giants in Dallas to face the Cowboys on Fox. As the Giants and Cowboys wind down, ESPN's offering up some college football. Number 17, Tulane, is hosting Memphis. That's at 4:30. The evening game kicks off at 5:20 as you're looking for round 2 of turkey and a dinner roll or some pumpkin pie. And the Green Bay hosts Miami. That'll be on NBC. The Cougars and Washington are playing some college football this weekend on Saturday. Washington State is home against Wyoming, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. That game kicks off at 3:30 on the CW network. Washington will have to play nearly perfectly to have a chance at number 1 Oregon Saturday. That's at 4:30. National TV audience for that one. That'll be on NBC. There was some college men's basketball last night. Eastern Washington fell at home against UC Santa Barbara 67-51. Washington State worked itself into the title round of the Acrisure Holiday Invitational. That's in Palm Springs. 84-73, the win over Fresno State. The game broadcast on TNT. On the women's side, the Washington women were earlier today facing Southern University for third place in the Baja Mars Pink Flamingo tournament. In women's college basketball, Eastern Washington is hosting Cal State Bakersfield tonight at 6 o'clock. Seahawks are in New York to take on the Jets coming up on Sunday. That game kicks off at 10 o'clock. That'll be on Fox. From all of us here at the NCWLIFE channel, we hope you are surrounded by family and friends this Thanksgiving holiday. Blessings to you and yours, and thanks for watching the NCWLIFE channel.
And that will do it for our last pre-Thanksgiving newscast of the year. The NCWLIFE Evening News will not be seen tomorrow night. And on Friday in this time slot, we'll take you back for a repeat visit to KV Ranch in Douglas County, where Molly Linville runs nearly 300 head of cattle across 6,000 acres of coulee country. That's our special report, Molly's Ranch, airing Friday at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. From all of us at NCWLIFE, please enjoy your family togetherness this holiday. Remember those less fortunate and honor the stewardship of the indigenous peoples whose ancestral lands we now walk upon. Grant Olson will be back in this seat on Monday. We'll see you then.